Unlock the unknown. So deep inside your soul and dig a little deeper. Unlock the unknown. Discovering the truth will make you feel freer. Like a raging bull gives pain. Mysteries are hurricanes. The truth you seek is unbeknown. Unlock the unknown.
I won't accept it, what the skeptics even have to say. They disconnected, redirected, and it's so cliche. So much evidence is building up in our possession. So many elements come for the answer to this question. From the page of myth to actuality, to unlock a locked door, where's the magic key?
Unlock the unknown. So deep inside your soul, dig a little deeper. Unlock the unknown. Discovering the truth will make you feel freer. Like a raging bull gives pain. These mysteries are hurricanes. The truth you seek is unbeknown. Unlock the unknown.
We have 77 counties in Oklahoma. We put reports in them in 66 counties.
Cheyenne Indians call it Maps of Mista, meaning giant monster.
These are some of the best cast footprints that I've seen in a very, very long time.
North Canadian River Project, we basically focus our investigations on the North Canadian River or central Oklahoma.
Welcome back to Squatch Ranger Files, episode 36. Hey guys, just got back from a camp-out weekend with the NCRP, the North Canadian River Project. We have a video on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, Squatch Ranger, and look for the video called North Canadian River Project Area 3. We got some great FLIR footage, we got some great stories and experiences, and I think you'll enjoy the video. So once again, that is called the North Canadian River Project Area 3 on YouTube channel Squatch Ranger. If you have a story or an encounter to share, please email me at squatchranger@gmail.com. Alright guys, let's get right into it. Here is Squatch Ranger Files, episode 36. Number 1. Hunter sees figure behind tree near antlers. 2014, Southeast District, Pushmataha County, Oklahoma. Class A, nighttime sighting. I would like to tell my story from an experience I had. You may post if you want, but I would like to remain anonymous. This happened about 4 or 5 years ago. I was hunting on a deer lease in the Kiamichi Mountains in Antlers, Oklahoma. I was sitting in my deer stand and it was getting close to dark. Out of nowhere, it got very still and quiet, and the hair on the back of my neck stood straight up. I was very nervous and scared. I thought I had seen a tall shadow behind the tree where my feeder was. I ended up climbing down and basically ran to the truck. It was a feeling I had never experienced before, and I've hunted up there for 15 years. And I've never been scared. I never hunted that spot again and ended up having help to move my stand out of there. I've heard many stories from others in our deer lease and their experiences. Follow up, NOBRO investigators report. I spoke with the witness via the internet. I asked the witness if they knew of any other Bigfoot activity from this same area. The witness replied, "This photo was taken by my dad around the same area as my strange encounter in Antlers, Oklahoma, in the Kiamichi Mountains." I'm not sure how long ago it was, probably at least 10 or more, maybe 2009? You can see a pair of sunglasses to the right of it, for scale. The investigator in this report measured his own sunglasses, which turned out to be 5.5 inches long. For this report, we will be more modest and base our measurements a 1/2 inch shorter to equal 5 inches. The footprint in this photograph is approximately 3 glasses lengths long. That would put this track in the 15-inch range. Our team of investigators have all viewed the photograph, and we have a few different viewpoints concerning this print. One conclusion is that the Bigfoot had very sharp toenails, resulting in the pointed toes in the print. Another conclusion is that this is a footprint from a completely different cryptid altogether. In either case, this is a very large, unique, and interesting track. This case is now closed. Number 2. Man fires gun and sees a Bigfoot. 2019. Southeast District, McCurtain County, Oklahoma. Class A, daytime sighting. Wednesday, the 25th, Christmas Day, at 5:06 p.m. Location, Southeast Oklahoma. Remote area 5 miles northwest between Broken Bow and Hochatown. I had walked out into the woods about 100 yards to test my .45 cal semi-auto that was not ejecting spent shells. I took aim at a tree and fired. Right and back a few feet from the tree was another larger oak. The second I fired the shot, I saw 2 long skinny arms fly out on either side of the tree. 2 legs kicked up leaves at the same time. I grabbed my headset mutes and took them off so I could hear. I saw quadrupedal movement and heard the rustle of leaves and sticks moving away at an incredible speed away from me. It showed me very little of its body, as it escaped by keeping the tree line between itself and me. The head was conical, and like my other juvie sightings, had medium-length hair, black in color except for a white streak along the top left arm. I noticed that right off the bat as its arms shot out on either tree side of trunk. Could have been a scar or scrape, but to me it looked like a white streak. Followed it for 50 yards deeper into the woods before losing sight or hearing it again. I then fired a couple more rounds and found out I did have a real problem with my SIG 45, broken ejector and worn spring. Weather 71 degrees, light breeze, and sunny. Follow up, NOBRO investigators report. I believe it was on its belly peeking around the tree at the cabin, or the kids' 2 dogs that bark at nothing all the time. Maybe they are barking at something after all. The shot scared it so bad it reacted like my first encounter by power springing into action, throwing leaves and sticks everywhere as it made its escape. Yes, it scared the hell out of me, but it would have been worse if it had been an adult Bigfoot. Number 3. Man sees Bigfoot across river on horseback. 2018, Southeast District, Love County, Oklahoma. Class A, daytime sighting. Love County, July 19th, 2018. Red River, Tux Farrier. Still had the pick after he walked away because I couldn't get to that side because my horse wasn't having no part of it. I know what I had seen that day, and my horse found it before I did, and he didn't want any part of it, not one bit. The animal never once acknowledged me or that my horse was there, so by all means, I didn't feel threatened. That thing was as tall as all get out, freaking massive body mass. I'm 6'5", and I felt small, even with it across the riverbank. It's about a 2-mile walk downriver by horseback, and my roping horse wouldn't go any direction but back the way we came from. And I kept calling him a baby, because he would literally walk 100 or so yards and stop, look around and listen, not letting me really control him the way I wanted him to ride, and he had it set in his mindset that something was way off. And he did that all the way back to the trailer. No, I never went back and looked at the exact spot, because I live about an hour drive north of that location, and since he wasn't having any part of it, I just let it pass like a memory. I reckon I had no motivation to chase what I had seen, because I really thought it was a joke, But looking back, I've ran up on pigs and coyotes with my horse, and he never was sketched out like that before. Not even to this day does he look around after spooking a herd of 30 plus pigs on accident. He's just fine with that situation. Follow up. NOBRO Investigators Report. The NOBRO received this sighting report from one of our Facebook page followers who felt the need to share his encounter after reading a particular NOBRO Facebook update post. This sighting occurred near the southern border of Oklahoma, around the Thackerville area, which is an area known for many Bigfoot reports and other strange activity as well. The eyewitness in this case was on horseback. The eyewitness described how his horse identified the creature's presence before the eyewitness himself was able to see the creature. The eyewitness further explained how his horse seemed very spooked by this creature and did not want to get any closer. Almost to the point where the eyewitness wasn't in full control of his horse. A possible explanation for why the witness was able to get so close to the Bigfoot for this encounter is because traveling on horseback is a very quiet mode of transportation when compared to driving a car, ATV, or any other motorized vehicle. It's possible that by riding on horseback, the Bigfoot was unaware of the eyewitness's presence. This is also a popular theory of how Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin were able to shoot the famous Patterson-Gimlin film in Northern California in 1967. They too were on horseback, a more quiet mode of transportation. We will never know for sure, but for this report, it is important to note the eyewitness came in contact with a Bigfoot-like creature while on horseback. This case is now closed. Greetings, Squatch Ranger, YouTube channel, viewers, and subscribers. I just want to ask, have you checked me out on patreon.com yet? Please visit my patreon.com page. I will provide a link in the description of this video. New field equipment is always a bonus when bringing my audience a peek into my latest adventure. Also, I collect Bigfoot reports from witnesses all over the state of Oklahoma and beyond. Sharing these reports through my podcast show, Squatch Ranger Files, is a great way for me to inform my audience that Bigfoot sightings continue to occur. A $1 pledge per month on patreon.com would be a helpful tool for me to continue my journey. Please join my search.
Unlock the unknown.
I won't accept it what the skeptics even have to say. They just